with contest number 4. This is 6 3-minute rounds of boxing in the super lightweight division. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the gold-colored shorts trimmed with black. Adaway, he scaled 9 stone, 13.5 pounds. Tonight is his 51st professional appearance. Please a warm welcome. He's come all the way from Plymouth, well over 10-hour journey, Chris Adaway. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the blue spangled shorts trimmed with yellow and silver. Adaway, he also scaled 9 stone, 13.5 pounds. His outstanding ring record this evening reads 15 contests, 13 wins. 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout with 2 draws. He comes to the ring this evening as the former Commonwealth and English featherweight champion, presenting from Morecambe, the Westgate Warrior, Isaac Lowe. Timekeeper once again at the bell is Mr. Barry Pinder from Sheffield, referee Darren Sargentson from Manchester. 6 3-minute rounds.
Okay, fellas, you both know the rules. Just keep it clean. I don't want anything low. Watch your head. When I say break, take a step. Most importantly, defend yourself at all times. Touch gloves.
Here we go then. Bit of a keep busy fight for Isaac Lowe. This looking to get a win and then get back into title contention. I'm joined on commentary by a man that seems to be at every show up and down the country. Neil Allman, how are you?
Yeah, good, Luke. Thanks very much for having me.
Good win for you earlier on with Matthew Wiggles.
Yeah, he's had a bit of weight issues. We didn't won the ABAs at middleweight, and obviously we've moved him back up to his natural weight, so all good, thank you.
And here we go. Important fight for this for Isaac. You know, it's one he's expected to win, no doubt about that, but a loss will be devastating for him. He's got to get a win and then he's right back into title contention. That British title is what he's aiming for.
Exactly, mate. It must be hard to get up. He's been there. It's hard to get up for these kind of fights. And obviously he's a true professional, so hope to see him do the business tonight.
Yeah, I've been talking to a couple of people from his corner and they're saying that fight for Ryan Walsh is what he's having next. There's no doubt about that, but a loss tonight derails all that really, and he's got to get the job done like we said.
It's just it's got to keep concentrating. As you can see, he's starting to stalk his man straight away, putting in a few little nifty moves there, looking for the body shot. A nice little right to the body, and he's started to go up top. This guy isn't phased. He's not phased at all. He's throwing back. He's just keeping himself out of harm's way.
Yeah, Isaac looks in fantastic shape. He looks in shape that he's always in, and you can see he's trained properly from that already, and he's taking this seriously. You know, he wants to get the job done tonight, and sometimes you see fighters taking fights lightly, but certainly Isaac hasn't done that tonight. He's straight behind that jab, and he looks on it tonight.
I just noticed something. He actually missed with a punch without moving his feet in close, and he apologised to his corner, so definitely he's got all eyes on the prize tonight. He's switched on. Looking for that opening to the body.
Yeah, you used the word stalking before, and he really is doing that, isn't he? He's just walking Chris Adaway down and looking to land those shots.
Yeah, as you can see, he's tapping up to the head, dropping down to the body, and you can see his hands are starting to slowly fall down. He doesn't know whether to protect his head or his body right now. Isaac's doing a good job.
Yeah, and Chris Adaway is just smiling at him, and one thing I know about Isaac Lowe is he's not going to let you off the hook, and usually a smile's a sign that these journeymen are hurt a little bit, and that left up to the body landed a few times then, and I think Isaac will be looking to throw that shot a bit more to the body and slow Adaway down, looking to get the finish.
Yeah, you can see that now, can't you? It's early on in the fight, there's still a fair few rounds left. He's stalking him. Oh, you can hear the shots going to the body there. Like you said, he's smiling again. But Adaway's a tough customer. I've been up and down the country, as you said, and he goes the distance normally. He's a tough guy. Can't take him lightly at all.
Yeah, maybe Isaac, you know, it's been a long time since this fight with Ryan Walsh has been talked about, and now he's in there with Chris Adaway. He's probably a bit frustrated, and I think he might be taking it out a little bit on Chris Adaway here.
Exactly. I think what he's done there, he's showed Chris that he's intense. So now Chris is getting on his bike and he's moving his hands up and down to adjust to where Isaac's throwing the shot. Maybe a little tap upstairs or tap downstairs and finish strong on the opposite side.
Yeah, and obviously tonight Chris Jenkinson has the chance to win the Central Area title, and I'm going to have to bring you back to that day that Craig Derbyshire did it. You know, you've been with him a lot, and you could see how much it meant to you guys in the corner for him to win that title, and he's here tonight, and what a fantastic opportunity it is for these guys to win a title.
It was things what dreams are made of. Basically, he's been on the road. We called it earning while he's learning. Never had any amateur background. In fact, he didn't even win a fight for his first 19. Then he slowly started to get the stoppages and getting a win here, a win there. Trust me, Craig can go all the way, but his record doesn't help him. That's the way of it.
Round 2.
Yeah, it's one of those moments in boxing that makes you smile when you think about it. The reaction of the corner when he got that decision there. It was complete elation, because I think at one point you thought he didn't have it, and he got it in the end.
I remember listening to you guys actually, and I don't know if it was yourself or one of the other. Oh, there's some big punches coming in. He's sagged there. He's going for. I remember listening, and he said, "Oh, this could be close." And then one of you said, "Oh, I forgot. Derbyshire put him down in the 7th, and then he put him down again in the 9th and twice in the 10th. He only won it by 1 point, but hey, a win's a win nowadays."
Yeah, well, we had it close in terms of rounds, as in 10-9 rounds. But then when you... Oh, there he is. Adaway's down. That's a great shot by Isaac Lowe. I'm not sure why he's complaining. His knee clearly at the canvas there.
Fantastic shot. Isaac set him up for that. He's looking confident now. I think he's going to go start really putting these punches together.
Yeah, and it was that left hook to the body, wasn't it? We mentioned it in the first round, and he was looking for it in that first round. It hit him with the second, and it was a great shot.
There we go. Adaway showing his intent, though. He's come back with a few shots, but I'm not so sure how much of this he can take, because he's really planting his feet and getting these shots off.
Yeah, and the referee's certainly going to be having a look at this. Adaway touched the canvas, and Isaac Lowe's looking to fire in some big shots here. And that left hook to the body, it looks exceptional at the moment.
It's definitely troubling Adaway. You can see that he's dipping at the knees as he's getting caught with it. I think Isaac's starting to dominate here, which we expected. But as we say, we can't take away from Adaway. He's still there, and he's still giving it his all.
Yeah, and Isaac's just got to pick his punches now. You feel a few clean shots, so you get Adaway a little bit hurt again, and the referee will be looking to jump in. You know, Adaway's a tough guy, and to see him even hit the canvas is kind of a big thing. He very rarely touches the canvas, so...
Most definitely. And you can see there's not a lot coming back now. He's gone into survival mode, and the way these shots are going into the midriff and finishing up at the top, you can't take too many of these, no matter how tough you are, especially when you're not firing much back. Yeah, definitely Adaway's gone into survival mode, which you'll expect. Just backing off, not a lot coming, so the ref's having a real good look. There you go, he's having a go though. Tough kid. He seems to be enjoying it as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of time left in this fight. There's 4 and a bit rounds still to go, so Isaac Lowe, just, if he keeps hitting him to the body like that, you think sooner or later it'll take its toll.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see him touch him to the body and finish it with a headshot.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing about Isaac, isn't he? He's not one of these up-and-coming prospects now that is kind of learning while they're in the ring. He's been there, done it, and he knows exactly how to finish a fight. He knows exactly what shots work for him and what shots don't, and he's just picking his shots nicely now.
There you go. He's going, like we said, going through his full repertoire of shots. He looks happy with himself, smiling. Adaway is having a smile with the ref, saying no chance about the knockdown, but I think it was fair to say it was a clear knockdown.
Yeah, and just going back to the Derbyshire fight, I think in terms of numbers of rounds, it might have been quite close, but the knockdown certainly tipped it for us. And I remember your face when the scorecard got read out, it was only a point, and you were all thinking, oh, here we go again. But he got the decision, and he got to take that belt home, which was great to see.
It speaks volumes. Like I say, he's got the belt now. There's not been many challenges. In fact, there's been nobody. And just last week, he popped down to York Hall, Bethnal Green, at 12 hours notice, and took Charlie Edwards 8 rounds. When I phoned him, I said, what are you doing? He says, I'm just doing a mile full of concrete. I've dug a ditch. He said, well, at least you're in condition. He says, what is it? I said, Charlie Edwards. He says, I need paying well. And he was paid well. He went down and he did himself proud.
Seconds out. Round 3.
You can't help but feel here that it might be inevitable for Isaac Lowe to get a stoppage whenever Chris Adaway
Yeah, I think Chris is trying to, trying all the tricks in the book, smiling, staying tight, but Isaac's very composed, taking his time now, looking for them body shots. Like I say, I'll stick to what I said. Oh, a bit low there, a bit low. Refs tend to keep it up. It wouldn't surprise me if this is finished with a headshot. He's still complaining about the low blow.
Yeah, and if you were in Isaac's corner now, is that what you'd be telling him to do? Now you know you can hit him to the body, maybe set him up with something like that.
Definitely, most definitely. You can see his elbows have dropped down, his head's unprotected. He's throwing a little bit back. There he goes, going more to the head now. Soften him up again, he's got a few more rounds. There you go to the body, now he's going to start finishing to the head, no doubt about it. There you go, little tap to the body, but he's firing back, Got to give Chris his due.
Yeah, absolutely. You always have to give massive credit to these guys when they step in the ring, and when you see them taking shots like this and firing back, it just shows you how tough they really are.
You don't know the guy's background. Like I said about Derbyshire, he could have come from a full day's work, travelled all the way down here, and now he's taking on a seasoned professional who trains 3 times a day. These guys, they earn their bread and butter. But what we've got to remember for Isaac, these guys also took up, when it comes to proper fights, well, they're all proper fights, but when the guy's punching back, not just looking to survive, then it's time for Isaac to show his punch variety. At the moment, this guy's nicely tucked up, he knows what's coming his way, and he's trying to survive.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Isaac's just getting the job done in there tonight, isn't he, really? And it's been a pretty punch-perfect performance so far. The only worry you'd have come into a fight like this is that he wasn't up for it, he wasn't 100%, and he thought it'd be too easy and get a shock, but certainly not like that. He seems to have trained for it like he would any other fight.
He seems very much up for it, digging these shots away.
And someone is Isaac's situation, they've kind of got to be ready all the time, haven't they, in case that phone calls and they get an opportunity.
You never know what opportunities come. Like I say, Craig had 4 weeks for his central area shot, and it's the first time I've ever seen him take 4 weeks off work to prepare. So, you've got to be ready. Opportunities, everything in this game. Oh, nice shot there. Going through a repertoire of shots.
Yeah, we're just about halfway through this contest now, and I'm surprised Chris Adaway's still in there. I thought the shots that Isaac Lowe was landing earlier, he wouldn't be there, but he still is, and it's fair play to him.
Tough kid, really tough kid. He's earning his money tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, talking about Craig Derbyshire, I know we've gone on about him a lot tonight, but I think it's quite important to say that he won that belt. He won the belt, and it's kind of a lose-lose for people to challenge him, as in they beat him and they say, oh look, he's only got this many wins and that many losses. But in reality, he's a very good fighter.
Yeah.
And it's the same with Darryl Sharp. He won the Central Area title and he's found it difficult to defend because no one's willing to take that risk. And the winner of tonight's fight, they may find the same thing, that because their records suggest that they aren't as good to the general public, it's harder to sell the fight, whereas it is a real 50-50 fight.
It's a case of who wants them, I think Craig's out on the 11th of November in Newcastle on the Box Nation show. But once again, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, Joe Mostafa, GB lad.
Yeah.
But I think Craig's fought the whole of the GB team in the last 2 years. Yeah, I think Isaac, he's starting to use the jab now. So just as I said that, he dug another one to the body with his left. Definitely looking for that left hook to the body. Maybe overcrowding his work now, because it's coming close to the end of the fight. He expected it to be over and done with. Maybe he's just stepping in a bit too close now and guilty of smothering his work, but I'm sure he's a quality operator. He'll realise that. Here we go, their little feint. He's realised that the guy's covering up, feinting. There you go. Quality work by Isaac.
And I mean, for Isaac, he was in with Dennis Seelan, wasn't he? And that unfortunately got stopped because of a cut in the 4th round. But Josh Warrington's just fought him in a final eliminator for the world title, so he was operating at world level, and now taking this step down, it must be quite irritating for him. And I think he wants to get the job done, but he's proved to everyone that at that world level he can operate there.
Oh, most definitely. Top guy. I've seen him spar a lot. He comes over to Hull to do some sparring and that. There's no doubt that he's at the top level. Just needs to get back up there now. It's all about these lucky breaks, and like you said, Luke, staying ready.
Yeah, and it's happened to a few fighters, hasn't it? Sometimes you don't get the perfect 10-week training camp for a title fight or anything like that. You know, there might be an injury and you have to step in, but if you're ready, then you can take that opportunity.
Oh, there's been many down the line who've sprung these little surprises.
Yeah.
And it's always nice, like you say, Derbyshire, great example. It's nice. It's there. Adaway's still firing back. Guy, you know, tough kid. Just don't want Isaac to start losing his cool. Just keep on boxing to the rhythm he's clearly boxing at. Shots, lovely shot to the head. There you go. It's nice boxing.
Yeah, and I think he might have hurt Adaway a little bit there with that initial shot. And Adaway's done well to buy himself a few seconds there, but Lowe's just picking his shots nicely now.
Listen, the guy's a top quality operator. He's just going through the gears. There's no danger of anything really coming back, so he's just enjoying himself. You never know, the corner might have said, not that he's hitting this way, get a few rounds under your belt, soften him up, and there you go, see, just rolled off instead of standing holding his feet. So it looks as though he's going through the motions, enjoying himself, does Isaac.
Yeah, and it's good that he's out actually, and he's doesn't have like a year out of the ring before he fights again and steps up to that level, because there's nothing like making that ring walk, and the sparring's all well and good, but there's nothing quite like stepping under the lights with a crowd and people paying to watch you, and with the whole experience of a fight night. And it's good that Isaac's chosen to keep busy.
Yeah, it just shows he's a true professional. Keep him busy. You don't want that ring rust. If anything, like you said, Luke, if anything comes up, he wants to be ready to jump at it. They might already know something that we don't know, that there's fight in the pipeline. Nobody knows. As that round finished, I just saw Adaway give him a nod. Adaway's a tough customer. You know, you're not going to get many guys as tough as this kid. He's in here for the long haul. He ain't going to go away easy. Isaac's just got to go through the motions and enjoy himself.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 5.
Here we go then, round 5 of 6, this one. Isaac Lowe looking in complete control. He's never really looked in danger so far, and I think you'd be hard to disagree with it.
No, looking really good, as we expect him to, because he's operated at a high level. But like you said, Luke, these fights, it's hard to get up for them sometimes. Potential banana skin. Adaway is game enough, but you can see who's got the pedigree. Isaac just seems to be going through the motions now, doing nice little pivots, practicing his boxing. Slips and pivots, rolling off.
I mean, he's got the opportunity to do that, really, hasn't he? Try a few little things now. The fight, unless something dramatic happens, I think the fight is undoubtedly in the bag for him. So maybe try a few different combinations and see what works and see what doesn't.
Yeah, I've noticed he's not holding his feet as much when he gets Adaway towards the ropes. I think Adaway's trying to frustrate him by putting his hand up in the air and waving. Isaac just seems to be doing what he's paid to do. Put on a performance, lovely boxing. There you see, it seems to be, he knows now, he's going to use his boxing brain now. Lovely combinations.
Yeah, and we mentioned it earlier about these journeymen. It's very rare that you see them stopped by one shot. It's usually, when they are stopped, it's combinations, fast hands, lots of shots that overwhelm them once they are hurt, rather than one big shot.
It's because they don't open up too much, as you well know, Luke. If you open up, you're open to the counters. So stay tight, stay safe. But at the same time, you're there to protect yourself. And obviously, you can see Isaac carries a fair punch, so he's going to stay nice and tight. Don't get me wrong, Adaway's throwing punches when he's getting the chance. but he knows he's got to stay nice and compact and keep moving.
Yeah, and we saw Sean Mashadod in August in a keep busy fight, and he tended to box, keep it safe, and try and avoid cuts, and because he had that fight with Tom Stalker, whereas Isaac Lowe, he's done the opposite really. He's gone in there and thought, I want to get him out here as soon as I can, and he's risking it with his head and that kind of thing, but he's taking it like the fight on its merit, isn't he? And he's looking to get the job done, whereas I think Masha knew that he'd get the job done, and he just took it easy that night.
Definitely, I don't think it's in Isaac's DNA to take it easy. We know what we get with Isaac. Good punch. Look at the movement now. He's trying out new things opposed to just digging it. But he is what he is, Isaac. He's a true professional. Carries power in both hands, as you can see. But like I say, Adaway isn't come here to lie down. He's come here to put up a good performance, and I think you're going to see the final bell.
There we go, another round in the bank for Isaac Lowe. Going into the last one of this keep busy six-rounder, and fair play to Chris Adaway for still being in there with him.
Yeah, funny enough, I've just seen Chris Adaway's corner talking to the referee as they got in, ask him to keep the blows up, I think. Maybe there's a bit of frustration creeping in because Isaac, you'd have expected him to get Adaway out, but as you just said, Luke, you follow this game, and Adaway isn't put away very easily. He's a very durable, strong opponent.
Going into the last round of this one then, and the main event of the evening, the Central Area Super Welterweight title. Valdez Corsica's defending that bout. He's in with Chris Jenkinson, and that should be a top fight. The Central Area always produces great fights, and
Very
this should
good.
be another one.
We've had a Valdez down spine with Harry Matthews, Matty Wigglesworth, who you've seen, Buster Mallon. We've got about 7 middleweights, so he's been coming down to us for top sparring, and he's looking sharp. But on the flip side of that, I also know Twinney. He's not to be sniffed at. Good guy, good kid, always fit, personal trainer. And it's his time tonight. You just never know. It'll be a good fight.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it.
they've both had camps for this, haven't they? Usually these guys are really busy, but they've had a couple of months out of the ring to really prepare for this fight. So I think neither of them are going to come in here and just to be in that away corner and get paid and go home tonight. They're both going to want to take that belt home with them.
I think when Valdez won it, he put in a full camp. And I've seen him in the gyms round hall. He's come to our gym as well, and he's put in a really strong training camp. Like you've already said about Craig, to win a Central Area belt, some of them guys, it's their world title. You don't want to lose it that easy. You want to hold on to it and hope that better things come of it.
Turned into the perfect 6-rounder really if you were in Isaac Lowe's camp, because he's had to work for this, and he's had to keep busy, and it's been a bit of a test of his fitness, but we know that fitness is there now, and the last thing you want is like a first round knockout, isn't it, where it's just an easy night for him, but it's been good.
He's come out, he's thrown some real good hefty punches. Adaway's really tucked up nice and tight. I think now that Isaac realises that the guy's here to stay, well then again, he's putting in a bit of a burst now. It's been a good workout for him. He's gone through the gears, let's put it that way. I think Scott caught himself there with a little cheeky right hook, as I said. Adaway's doing a great performance. Both guys doing themselves proud. Excuse me. I think Isaac's now settled for the boxing. He knows that he isn't going to get Adaway out there. So he's decided to let's box and move, try not get cut, no injuries, and he's using his feet more opposed to planting his feet.
He's got lovely fast hands, Isaac, hasn't he? When he throws those shots in burst.
Pure class, pure class. That's why he's boxing at the top end of the British echelon. Oh, there you go. He just opened up. Well, that hurt Chris. That really did. You could see his step back. Isaac kind of played possum on the ropes, let him open up, and then caught him with the right hand to the body.
That's intelligence in the ring, isn't it? Knowing that he may not break through the guard of Adaway, so let Adaway throw a few shots and then counter. And he's really jumped on him here, and he's putting the pressure on.
He did a nice little trick there. He let Adaway feel as though he was starting to get into the fight, and he's caught him with a big right to the body. Now he's chasing him again. I think he's going to try and stop him in the last dying seconds of the round.
And there we go. Another win in the back for Isaac Lowe, and I think it'd be hard to argue with that performance.
No, excellent performance. He said some ring rust off, kept busy. Got to take a hats off to Adaway as well. Tough kid, earned his money tonight. Good lad, travelled I think it was 9 hours, he said?
Yeah, 9 or 10 hours it was for him.
So
big journey, another 9 or 10 back tonight probably, but
I know they won't want to spend the hard-earned money on hotels, so they'll be driving all the way back. I know that well with Derbyshire. So yeah, look at Isaac there. He's acknowledging that he's a tough kid. Great respect from both boxers, and I'd say he's feeling. I just saw, he waved it off just to say it is what it is, but he's gone through his gears, and I think that'll do him.
Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, Darren Sargentson is applauding both boxers. Tremendous effort, lovely fight. After 6 hard-fought rounds of boxing, referee Darren Sargentson has scored the contest 60 points to 53 points for your winner, the Westgate Warrior, Isaac Lowe. Appreciation, please. Chris Adaway smiled all the way through.
Right, Luke, thanks for having me. I'll say good night.
yeah, thanks for that, and all the best with Craig's next fight.
No doubt I'll hear you again. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers.
There we go then. Isaac Lowe getting the job done in there, and we've only got one fight tonight.